I'm Darsha Hewitt, and I'm an interdisciplinary sound artist. I have a lot of questions for the material aspects of sound and music. I like to build installations that work with very old technology, and DIY culture and sharing knowledge about electronics and how to build things by hand is very important to me.
My name is Claire Williams. I'm an artist based in Brussels, and I create installations and live performances. My obsessions have been into how you can delve and sense the invisible world, so exploring a lot what we call the electromagnetic spectrum, where we have all these sorts of waves of energies, artificial and natural, that pass through our bodies and our environments.
The idea was that we're both working with sound. However, often within the arts world, we think of sound mainly as the effect of, the hearing experience, the listening experience of the waves of air that go through space and touch inside our ears and our bodies and soul and make us dance or have memories. But there's something about the infrastructure that allows all of that to happen that is also quite interesting, and we wanted to look at that critically.
It's also a practice of listening and seeing what these unfiltered sounds sound like, because usually they're eliminated from the processes in which they're built. And yeah, if we look at also of who is making the technology we're using, it's usually a very small group of men who are also in a very productivist and capitalist way of thinking of technology. So here was an opportunity to think of techno-feminist practices also, and reinventing, redreaming also the type of ways we want to listen, to create and make electronic devices.
The waste produced by the music industry and recorded music is quite heavy, and more as we, for instance, are streaming music, we are further away from the actual music as objects or gear. We see that disappearing more. However, the environmental impact of this is much more than it's ever been. So it's important for us to investigate what we throw away, what the music industry throws away, in order to keep the capitalist aspects of the industry moving along.
We're really into material research and really taking things that are a bit in the kitchen, things we can do by hand. So we use like embroidery techniques to make speakers, winding techniques, and then looking also of existent coils that were in discarded hardware and seeing how you can directly transform them.
I mean, I think it's pretty wonderful when somebody can pull apart a hard drive and find a coil, and then we somehow are capable of soldering really tiny wires to it, and then all of a sudden, through the magic of electromagnetism, like someone's built a microphone or a speaker out of it. So pulling things out of garbage and then vibrating it for making sound experiments is super fun.
It's the ghost of a house cat.
It's been so cool. This was really exciting for me. I knew Claire's work a little bit, but I really, trusted what iMAL was doing as far as connecting us, and it's been super fascinating because often in a workshop, it's me just like doing my normal thing, but it's really fascinating to also sit and watch and learn from another instructor, and also to see how the participants respond.
Not being alone all the time with their own obsessions, but also being in these collective moments where we can share things and open up also different ways of thinking, because even if some techniques are things it's also really nice to hear how somebody else understands or explains it or has experimented it. So it's also, it was a really nice moment, and to do it collectively. I don't know. And ingredients.
Good question. I think like just more love and attention to little details, and the capacity for a very minimal technical achievement to really be able to turn into like something very creative and large-scale, beautiful art.
More process-based and less production-based. That would be my ingredient.